Hey, thanks for tuning to another episode of Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Thanks for checking me out. So I'm going to do a video today. I'm not in that, just to tell you at the beginning, I'm not in that great mood today. I'm just not. You know, I try to just be real on my channel. So I had some people message me before, you should be cheerful, you should be this. I'm like, well, I'm a New Yorker. That's just the way we are, man. I'm just being myself. I'm not full of fakeness. I'm just being real. So I'm not in a great mood this morning. Anyway, so I thought I'd do the talk about Mandela Effect, and I'm not having fun talking about Mandela Effects. Just getting pretty much ridiculed all the time. People I know in real life, if I talk about it, they'll think I'm crazy. Even family members don't want to hear it. So it's not, I don't get anything out of doing these videos. There isn't one thing. So maybe I'll stop it. Who knows? I was trying to help people, but anyway, Bowhead Whale. I said in my last videos that I saw 4 whales, and then there was it was really like 5. Then there was a sticker for the ship that the whaling ship was, that was helping the whales. Not a whaling ship, but something that for anyway, it was one of those like ships to do research. Anyway, there was 5 of those, so maybe that means I'm supposed to do 4 videos about Mandela affected whales, but this is on the Bowhead whale. I heard they call it the Greenland whale. So this whale looks freaky. You could stop the video and look it up and then come back to it. I'll wait. So anyway, that whale looks crazy. I would have noticed that before. A bowhead whale. And they said it's endangered off of Greenland, but it's really not endangered because there's many of them. It's one of the longest lived animals on the planet. So then I started looking up longest lived animals, and then it said the Asian elephant. And I looked up the Asian elephant, what's the longest lived, and it said, no, not the Asian elephant, the Indian elephant. So I looked up the Indian elephant, and then it said, no, this elephant. So I was like, come on, which one's it? And then it said, no, tortoise. You got it all wrong. So I looked up the tortoise this morning to see what's the oldest animal. And how could the elephant be 48 years old, be one of the oldest animals, when the tortoise is way older? Doesn't make sense to me. And then this whale is certainly older. And then they had this, which was a new Mandela affected animal, was the Greenland shark, which was super old. So I was like, come on, none of this makes sense. So that's kind of like part of my frustration, I guess. And if you look at this bowhead whale, nothing with it makes sense. It looks crazy. And what about it? Well, I mean, you could say biblical prophecy about bows certainly is the rainbow is a bow, and that was the in the prophecy of Noah. After the flood, he showed the rainbow, said, I will not destroy mankind due to flooding. Doesn't mean he won't destroy us other ways, just means flooding. So that would be the prophecy part of this one. And bow with the head could mean, again, the horseman apocalypse with a bow. But I just was going to talk about that a little bit. Christopher Plumber passed away. No surprise, because for me, he passed away 3 weeks ago. I saw an article that he passed away, and I said, oh, it's too bad. And turns out the weird part was then it was like a week ago they announced he passed away again. So I was like, oh, come on. This is a weird one because he just passed away, and now he passed away again pretty recently. It wasn't like years past. So in the I talked about the plummet stone, and so Christopher Plumber, if you watched my videos before, I talked about that. Anyway, again, I'm not in a great mood because I'm trying to figure these things out, and it just gets being frustrating with everything, and being like, just to be open with you, I feel like sometimes you feel like you're like a multi-dimensional being, and then just like being pulled in so many directions, you know, like if there is a multiverse and I'm within a bunch of multiverses, then it's just like you don't know what to do for a living. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I want to do this, oh, I want to do that, oh, I want to do this. Do you ever feel like that? Like you just, like you're supposed to do this with your life, and then you turn around and then you're supposed to do this with your life, and then it's like, no, you're supposed to do this with your life, and then it's really confusing. So it's kind of like what I'm feeling. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be a singer, oh, I'm supposed to be a writer, oh, I'm a poet, oh, I'm this. Yeah, okay. You can say, oh yeah, the guy has talent. But it's just like, oh, I'm supposed to do sales, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. But it ends up being a little frustrating, you know, because it's just really hard. And then you end up doing nothing. Oh, I'm supposed to teach meditation. I'm supposed to, you know, I was doing life coaching. So I said, you know what I am? I'm the best life coach there is. I'm a life coach. And then I said, okay, it's $80 an hour. And then people online found me, and they were like, okay, be my life coach. So I was like, cool. Finally, I could help at least one person. And then I did a life coach with them, and I do one, and they're like, they get straightened out. They're like, okay, it worked. I thought, well, wait a second. How am I supposed to make a living as a life coach if I do one session with somebody and they're fixed? You know? You shouldn't complain about that, but how am I supposed to be a life coach if everybody I talk to, I straighten out their life in one session or maybe 2 sessions and I'm done, and they're done? You know, that's good. You're doing a good job as a life coach, best friggin' life coach there is. And then there's no clients because I just fix them. So that's hilarious. You know, complaining about being good at something. Anyway. But I got a lot of information about the fifth dimension. I prayed on it, and I got tons of information on it, and just like way too much to share on a car ride. It's exciting, but it's just like boom. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I know you guys want to be positive and uplifted and everything. The whole map changed again, and that's really flipping me out. I don't know what to say about that. Now I gotta go, but I mean, I told you before, California was on par with like Florida, and now it's way longer going south. So, I mean, you know, the whole, and it's just like, nobody realizes this stuff, which is insane. Anyway, like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, bye-bye.